Hi, I'm Pat Barnard, Group Managing Editor for TMCnet, and I'm reporting from IT Expo West in Los Angeles. And joining me is Tad Nikolich, Director of Sales for Telcentris. Hi, Todd. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good to meet you today.
Thank you very much.
So why don't you start off by giving us a high-level overview of what Telcentris does?
Sure. We're a leader in cloud-based communications. We offer a suite of services, including consumer product, business services, and wholesale carrier services. Our consumer play is VoxOx, which is a unified communications piece of software, and basically that competes with Skype and Google Voice and a few of the other softwares out there.
Okay.
On our business services side, we offer SIP trunking, hosted PBX services. Then we also offer wholesale services, carrier services, white label offerings, those kinds of things.
All right, great. Interesting that you have the consumer play in the mix there. So tell me a little bit more about this. Most people aren't thinking about deploying unified communications like in their home. Tell me a little bit about this play.
Sure.
Sounds interesting.
That was the original idea behind the company 4.5 years ago, was to develop a piece of software that took care of the communications mayhem that was out there. Email, SMS, texting, voice, fax, video, chatting, all these kinds of things, and bring it in together. So
bundle it into a single app to make it easier for users.
So you download our piece of software. It's a free piece of software. You upload your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, MySpace, your IM clients like Yahoo Instant Messenger, MSN, email, SMS texting, all those kinds of things. And from there, you can access all these different portals. You can update your statuses everywhere.
Right.
You can communicate to people via Facebook or Twitter or MySpace, all through our client.
Right.
And they don't know you're using VoxOx. They just think you're using the client. It also has a universal translator in there. We actually have the only real-time universal translator where you can set your language to English, someone else's language to, say, French, and while you're chatting away in English, they see it in French in their Facebook or their Yahoo Instant Messenger or what have you.
Yeah.
And you can communicate that way. It's very interesting. And of course, it does everything Skype does. You have a phone number, you do free on-net calling, free video calling, and there's a lot of premium services you can add to it as well.
That's cool. Can you record on it?
You can.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It has a personal assistant. You can leave voicemails, follow me services. Very interesting things.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That sounds that's a very interesting play. And how many downloads of that so far? Has it done well?
It's done very well. We've just released a brand new user interface. So it's on voxox.com. You can take a look at it, download it for free, and check it out and see all the new features.
Okay, great.
What I'm here today. This expo to do mostly, though, is our business services.
Okay.
We're talking about hosted PBX, SIP trunking for businesses. We're also talking about carrier services, SMS, things like that, nature. We have a direct sales force. We also have our channel program. So we're meeting here with some of our channel partners. Trying to solicit a few new ones. That kind of thing.
That's great. Yeah, so I was going to ask you about your business model. So it sounds like you sell direct and you also have a partner program as well.
We do.
Okay. How well do you do in terms of direct sales?
Pretty well. We have a small team in San Diego, but they cover pretty much the world. We can provide services throughout the United States and internationally. We can provide phone numbers domestically in 50 different countries. We can provide SIP trunks everywhere. I think one of the key verticals that we have are multi-location companies. Companies that they don't have to be in the States. It can be one here in Los Angeles, one in New York, one in Zurich, one in Barcelona, wherever, and they can have, in essence, be one PBX and have free calling between locations and extension dialing and things of that nature. Okay,
cool. Tell me a little bit more about your SIP trunking service. Obviously, SIP trunking is becoming wildly popular, and a lot of organizations are adopting SIP trunking, at a rapid pace now. But it's also a highly competitive market, and one where it's sort of hard to differentiate yourself. One of the key things, obviously, is interoperability. With the so maybe you could just tell me what differentiates your service.
Well, one of the big things is we built our own platform from the ground up. Our service delivery platform is award-winning, and it powers our different divisions of the company, including the business services and the VoxOx consumer product and carrier services. And this platform we built, it's not a proprietary system like a lot of our competitors work off a competitor's switch.
Right.
We won't name who that is. But there's some limits, and if you want a new feature or something, you put it on their roadmap, and it might take a while. With us, if our customers demand a certain feature and functionality, we can go in there and develop that very quickly and add it to the mix. As far as pricing goes, we think we're competitive. We can provide SIP trunks anywhere. We can provide DIDs, all the United States and all over the world, 50 countries around the world, a good
Right.
chunk of it anyway. So we've got a good reach. And we also do some carrier services. We can provide MPLS circuits or QoS circuits to the customer and QoS routers, so they can have that quality of service from their office all throughout that phone conversation without having to go over the public internet to make phone calls.
Right. Okay, great. And what are you doing at IT Expo? I understand that somebody from your company was involved in a session here, a panel session.
Our CEO, Brian Hertz, one of the founders, he was working one of the sessions this morning discussing peer-to-peer networks, numbering. I think it's the apps and numbers session this morning.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit more on the VoxOx side.
Right.
And then I'm here with a couple of my channel managers. We're meeting some clients, talking to them about some new things we can do for them. We've just rolled out a new quoting system, the partnership with MasterStream or SalesStream. And we're also just looking for a few new agents and seeing what the new technology is there with some of the new phones that are out there. We mainly use Polycom, but there's several other phones that will work on our network. And our SIP trunking, of course, from the earlier question, they work pretty much every PBX out there.
Okay, great. That's good. Okay, well, thanks very much for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Tad Nikolich, Director of Sales for Telcentris, coming to you from IT Expo West in Los Angeles. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Take care.